Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most frustrating yet oddly satisfying parts of Fish, enchanting. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. It's that endless cycle of throwing all your hard-earned cash at upgrades only to end up broke and wondering if you really needed Bouncy Cast 4 on your rod. Trust me, we've all been there. But don't worry, because I'm here to help you navigate the enchanting chaos without losing your mind, or your coins. In this video, we're breaking down the ultimate rod enchant tier list for Fish. I'll show you which enchants are absolute game changers, which ones are just meh, and which ones you should avoid like the plague. Plus, I'll share tips on how to spot those must-keep enchants before you accidentally trash them. By the end, you'll not only know how to enchant smarter, but you'll also have some money left over for those shiny new rods and boats. Let's get into it. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking enchants in Fish. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The enchants in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, long and controlled. Alright, let's dive into the wild world of fish enchantments, where some upgrades make you feel like a fishing legend, and others, well, let's just say they exist. Today, we're tackling the D tier, the bottom of the barrel, the why bother of enchantments. Buckle up, because these ones are truly something else. First up, we've got Long, which increases your rod's line distance by 50%. Sounds fancy, right? Except it's not. Let's be real. When was the last time you thought, if only my line could go further? Exactly. Most of the time, the fish are right there, not 10 miles away. Sure, it technically works, but it's about as useful as bringing sunscreen to a snowstorm. Pass. Now, let's talk controlled. An enchantment that increases the bar size during the fishing minigame by a whopping 0.15. Yep, 0.15. Blink and you might miss it. If your rod already struggles with low resilience or control, it's okay-ish, but let's not kid ourselves. It's like adding a single crouton to a salad and calling it a meal. You deserve better. The enchants in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Unbreakable and Swift. Alright, let's talk about some of the C tier enchants in Fish, the ones that sound kinda useful but might not really blow your mind. First up, we have Unbreakable. This enchant increases the max kg of your rod by 10,000. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. Unless you're using a rod with a low max kg to begin with, this enchant doesn't do much for you. For most players, rods with infinite weight limits don't even need it. So, unless you're really in a situation where you're struggling with weight limits, Unbreakable isn't going to make a huge difference. Next, we've got Swift. It reduces the time it takes to lure in a fish by 30%. It's nice if you're trying to speed up your fishing grind, but let's be honest, it's not exactly game-changing. When you compare it to something like Hasty, which is way better for faster luring, Swift feels a bit lackluster. Still, it's solid if you're looking to fish just a bit quicker, but it's not going to elevate your game to the next level. Both of these enchants are definitely fine to use in certain situations, but they're just not as powerful as others. So, while Unbreakable and Swift can help in niche cases, they're not really going to make or break your fishing experience. They're not bad, but they're not going to give you the big boosts you might be hoping for either. The enchants in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Blessed, Insight, Breezed, Resilient, and Noir. Alright, let's talk about some of the enchantments in Fish that fall into the B tier. These aren't the top-of-the-line enchantments, but they can still be super useful depending on your playstyle. First up, we have Blessed. This enchantment gives your fish a 2% chance of being a sparkling or shiny mutation. Now, don't get too excited, the chance is pretty low. But if you do happen to get one of those shiny fish, you'll be able to sell them for a decent amount more. So while it's not a money-making machine, it does offer that occasional shiny surprise. Next, we've got Insight. This enchantment rewards you with a 1.5x EXP multiplier every time you catch something. If you're looking to level up quickly, this enchant is a solid pick. It's definitely not as powerful as Clever, but if you're trying to boost your levels without putting in extra effort, Insight is a nice choice. Getting those extra EXP points on every catch definitely adds up over time. Moving on, let's talk about Breezed. This one boosts your luck by 65% when the weather is windy. Now, this is a pretty decent boost, but here's the catch. It only works when the weather's actually windy, so if the weather's calm, you're not getting that lucky boost. It's not as reliable as storming, but when it does work, it can really improve your odds of getting something good. Just keep an eye on the weather forecast. Then we have Resilient. This enchantment increases your rod's resilience by 35%. If you're struggling with the fishing minigame and finding it hard to control your rod, this can be a real game changer. It's especially helpful for rods that don't already have great resilience or control. It won't make your rod invincible, but it'll definitely make the game feel a little smoother. A solid choice if you need some extra stability. Noir is another enchantment that boosts your chances of catching albino or darkened fish. With a 10% chance, this can be useful, but the extra value it gives to the fish isn't massive. Albino fish are worth 1.15x more, and darkened fish go for 1.3x. So while the fish might be worth a bit more, it's not a huge boost, and this enchantment doesn't really shine in the money-making department. But hey, if you're a fan of the darker, rarer fish, then you might get a kick out of it. And there you have it. These are the B-tier enchantments in Fish. They're not the best, but they're definitely not bad. Whether you're looking for a little extra luck, faster leveling, or just some more stability, these enchantments can help you on your fishing journey. They might not give you the massive rewards you'd get with top-tier enchantments, but they're still worth considering, depending on your needs. The enchants in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Sea King, Lucky, Scrapper, Storming, Steady, and Abyssal. Alright, let's dive into the juicy world of enchants in Fish, the game where your fishing game gets a serious upgrade. Whether you're in it for the money, the luck, or just trying to catch the biggest fish out there, the right enchant can really change the game. Let's talk about some of the best A-tier enchants that are sure to make your rod stand out and your fishing sessions a whole lot more exciting. First up, we've got Sea King. Now, who wouldn't want to feel like royalty while fishing? With this enchant, every fish you catch is 10% larger, which is fantastic for snagging those big, giant fish. The best part, larger fish sell for more money. If you're in it for the cash, Sea King's your best friend. It's perfect for when you're targeting those massive fish and want to see your bank account grow while you reel them in. Next on the list is Lucky. This enchant boosts your luck by a solid 20%, and we all know that a little extra luck goes a long way in Fish. The bigger, rarer, and mutated fish all start selling for more when you've got Lucky on your side. Sure, it's not as insane as the Divine Enchant, but if you're not looking for perfection and just need that little boost to keep things moving, this enchant is a solid pick. Now, let's talk about Scrapper, which is a game changer when it comes to saving some coin. With a 60% chance for your bait to not be consumed, this enchant saves you money over time. Imagine you're in a long fishing session using high-quality bait. Well, Scrapper's got your back. That chance of not wasting bait means you can fish longer and harder without having to break the bank. For those of you who love a little bit of weather drama, Storming is your enchant. When the weather's rainy, it boosts your luck by 95%. Talk about a lucky storm, right? Of course, you need to rely on the weather for this enchant to work, so it's a bit of a gamble. But if you're spamming Tempest Totems to get that rainy weather, Storming can work wonders and actually outperform the Divine Enchant in those situations. Moving on, we've got Steady. This one's a lifesaver when it comes to the fishing minigame. If you happen to lose progress during the game, you'll lose 25% less than usual. If you've ever gotten frustrated from losing all that progress in one fell swoop, then Steady's the enchant you need. It makes the whole experience a lot smoother, especially for rods with lower resilience or control. This one's a must-have for the casual fisher who wants to keep things relaxed. Let's not forget about Abyssal, which is an absolute moneymaker. With this enchant, you get a 10% higher chance to catch abyssal fish, which are worth 1.3x their base value. The best part? There's a 20% chance you could reel in one of these fish with an abyssal mutation, which boosts the value to a whopping 3.5x. If you're all about raking in the cash, Abyssal is hands down the best enchant for you. It's all about maximizing that profit. So to wrap things up, whether you're after bigger fish, better luck, or just looking to save some bait, these A-tier enchants in Fish will level up your fishing experience. Mix and match them depending on your needs, and watch as your fishing game goes from 0 to hero. Catch you out there on the water. The enchants in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Divine, Mutated, Wormhole, Ghastly, Quality, and Clever. Let's talk about the best enchantments in Fish, the ones that really make a difference when you're out there fishing for those rare and valuable catches. If you've been fishing for a while, you know that the right enchant can turn your rod into a money-making machine or an XP grinding powerhouse. Today, we're diving into the S-tier enchantments, the absolute best of the best. So grab your rod because these enchantments will seriously up your fishing game. First off, we've got Divine. This enchantment is an absolute game changer, boosting your luck by a solid 45%. That's almost half a 100% luck increase. With luck playing such a crucial role in catching mutated, rare, and larger fish, this enchantment is a no-brainer if you're aiming for those elusive catches. More chances to reel in rarer fish? Yes, please. Next up is mutated. If you're serious about making some serious cash, this enchantment should be high on your list. It increases your chance of catching mutated fish by 7%. Why does that matter? Well, mutated fish are key to getting more money, and they often have unique traits that make them stand out in your collection. This enchant works wonders on rods that don't already have mutation-inducing abilities, so you can stack that chance for even greater results. Let's talk about Wormhole, one of the most fun enchantments on this list. Imagine being able to catch fish from anywhere on the map, no matter where you are. That's exactly what Wormhole does. You get a 45% chance of catching fish from a completely different area, opening up new possibilities for filling out your bestiary. If you're hunting down specific fish or event fish, this enchantment will give you a huge advantage, making it much easier to catch them all. Now, if you're looking to make some serious bank, Ghastly is your friend. This enchantment gives every fish you catch a 20% chance of having the translucent mutation, which, as you may know, makes those fish worth way more. A 20% chance is huge, and translucent fish are not just pretty to look at. They're a great way to make your fishing trips more profitable. If you're rocking a rod without any money-making passives, Ghastly is definitely the enchant you need. For those of you who like a little bit of everything, Quality is here to give your stats a nice little boost. This enchantment adds 15% to your luck, 5% to resilience, and 15% to lure speed. It's super helpful for rods that are already decent but could use a little extra oomph. If your rod is lacking in one of these areas, then this enchantment will smooth things out and give you a nice balance, making your fishing trips even more efficient. Clever is the perfect enchant for anyone who wants to level up fast. It doubles the amount of EXP you earn per fish, which is a fantastic way to level up your skills quickly. When you're out there fishing for hours, you want to make every catch count. And with Clever, you're getting more experience for your effort. If you're looking to level up your character in no time, this enchantment is the way to go. So there you have it, the S-tier enchantments in Fish. Whether you're in it for the money, the rare catches, or the EXP, these enchantments will seriously level up your fishing experience. Choose wisely and happy fishing. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.